So what's up guys, hope you guys are all doing well. Just wanting to do a Modlist video of the hatch since I did a video of the 10th gen. There's a good amount that's done to this car. I've had it for 5 years now, almost 5 years. I've actually had it, it will be 5 years in January, but in that 5 years I've done a good amount to the car. Originally the car was supposed to be a daily. This is what ended up happening to it. But we'll go ahead and dive into the car. After the Modlist, I'll just be talking to you guys about the future plans, as well as, yeah, really just the future plans with the car. I guess we'll just go from there. So I guess we can go ahead and start out with the exterior of the car. As you guys can tell, the car has no front bumper. I do still have the bumper. It's just in my room right now, just because of where I have to park the car. It's sort of hard to get the car in and out with the bumper on. So for now, and for just when I pull it out occasionally, I'm probably just gonna leave the bumper off. And if I go to any meets or something like that, maybe I'll put the bumper on, but I don't really mind not having the bumper. It is what it is. Makes it a lot easier to not worry about, and it sort of does look cool with just the intercooler showing. I do have a carbon hood on the car. It's just an OEM style carbon hood. I'm actually not sure of what brand it is. I got it on a trade with a buddy of mine. It doesn't have any nameplate or anything like that under the hood, so I don't know, it might just be like a cheap one from eBay or something like that. I'm not sure, but honestly it isn't bad quality or anything like that. And I'm actually thinking about possibly paint matching the hood in the future, just so the car is all one color, but I'm not sure of that yet. Next thing is these headlights. They're actually a little bit different than stock, the clear side markers or whatever you want to call it, instead of having the amber. But I did install projectors. I'll go ahead and show you guys. I did install these projectors. They're LED projectors, and sadly at the moment I don't have any high beams. I think I need a separate headlight harness so the high beams will work, just with how everything is wired. I'll probably need another harness, but that'll be okay for right now. This car is a 96. I did end up converting to the 99 2000 front end, so the fenders are different and the bumper and the hood are for 99 2000, and so is the grille. That's really it for the front end of the car. I do also have some clear side markers. You guys can probably sort of see right there. Recently, these arrow catch hood pins, which I really like, besides the pin always loosening inside, but eventually I'll put some Loctite or something on there to keep it from loosening. Also, the car is painted, I think it's called a Jean blue, from the 2017 or 10th gen Honda Civic SI. I got the color code from my friend Jarek's car. We were matching for a little bit until he got rid of it. For the suspension, I'm on Max Speeding Rods T7 coilovers, and I have True Heart front camber arms. For the rear, I think they're just eBay. I think they're toe and camber arms. They're just eBay ones. Probably need to get that switched out here in the future. And I've actually never adjusted them since I put them on. If you guys can sort of tell, the rear does have a lot of camber and I need to fix that. Just been too lazy. Also have some cheap rain guards from Amazon. I got that a little after the car got painted. Moving along, I have these stickers. Not really a mod, but these are just some stickers that I have. The New Man sticker from Jarek. He doesn't actually make them anymore. It was a cool sticker. It's been on here for a good while. I don't know how long ago that sticker was or how old this sticker is. Have the Humble Performance sticker from Alex at Humble. He gave that to me when we got the car tuned. And then the Panda sticker from Severe Sky. I'm probably gonna need to replace it soon. It's starting to crack. It's been on here for a good while. A little after I got the car painted is when I switched to that sticker. or put that sticker on. Something that I missed is I did end up switching wheels a while back. I ended up selling my Koenigs. I always had these GSR blades laying around, so I ended up putting them on, putting all-season tires on. That's just how the car sits right now. I do have some wheels. I actually have 3 wheels, 3 aftermarket wheels that I've been wanting to put on the car. I've been putting off buying the 4th wheel. Honestly, I'm not sure how soon I'm probably buy that. Just some other things I want to buy first. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with how the GSR blades look. It looks a little sleeper. So for the rear end, I have this pretty cool wing that my girlfriend got me a while back. I think it might have been, I think it was after the car got painted. She got me this wing for my birthday. It's just been on the car ever since. I also have the 99 2000 style taillights. I think these are just depot taillights. They actually haven't been the best on the car. They actually do leak into the taillight, so you can sort of tell there's some dirt and stuff in there. So I may end up changing those out sooner or later and have the Type R, I think it's a Type R rear lip, also Type R style badge. For the exhaust, it's actually a custom exhaust. I have a resonator from a Subaru BRZ, and the muffler is a Greddy muffler, and I think I'm gonna be switching that out sometime here soon, and I'll get into that, the reason for that, here in a little bit. So yesterday I actually had to go run some errands, so I'm gonna be finishing up the video today. And we really talked about all the exterior mods that I have, so let's go ahead and go into the interior. So please excuse how dirty the car is. I've been really needing to clean it up, but the seats, I have S2000 seats. I think it's out of an AP1 because I think the AP2s have a little bit of a different headrest setup. I also have a hybrid racing no-cut shifter and Buddy Club shift knob. I think the shifter plate is from Jack Spania, sort of see right there. I also have the HM SI steering wheel. I actually am thinking about possibly switching out the steering wheel to something else, but I'm not sure yet. Some of the gauges, I have an AEM AFR gauge and a glow shift oil pressure gauge, and then it's just on this mount that I 3D printed. And just like my tension, I also have a Broadway mirror, and I also have this radio that works with Apple CarPlay, wireless Apple CarPlay, and it's a single DIN, so it works with the 96 to 98 Civics, so that's pretty neat. Also, the car's on K Pro V4. You might be able to sort of see it down there. There is also an alarm system on the car, indicator light, whatever you want to call it, right there, just so you can sort of see when the alarm is on and people don't try to steal the car. That's really it that's done to the interior. Guess we'll go ahead and talk about the cool stuff in the engine. So probably the biggest thing that you can see that's done to the car is K-swapped and turbo. The engine that's in the car is a K24A from a TSX or Accord from Japan, whatever you want to call it. On my specific car, since the K24As are a little bit different, I did end up changing the accessories, like the water pump housing, the alternator, the water pump itself, tensioner, all that to the US spec stuff. And I also have a 50-degree VTC RSX Type S oil pump. Other than that, the engine itself is completely stock. Stock cams, stock springs, retainers, stock pistons, stock rods. Everything else in the car, everything else in the engine is stock. Other than that, I have a RBC manifold, 1300cc Alpha Injection Clinic injectors, hybrid racing fuel rail, and then I have a DW fuel pressure regulator, which I recently got put in at Humble when my other regulator went out. The car is held in with just some eBay mounts. I have a 2008 Honda Civic SI transmission, and then for the clutch, it's a Stage 4 competition clutch and a Exetti lightweight flywheel, which I probably will be changing out to something closer to stock weight. I think it's losing a little bit too much inertia with the lightweight flywheel, so I want to get that changed out. That's pretty much it for the engine transmission setup. I do have the hybrid racing AC kit, so whenever the car wants to work, the car has sort of AC. I've been having issues, not with the kit specifically. I don't know, it might be the kit actually. The car, for some reason, sometimes the AC wants to work, sometimes it doesn't. Usually when it gets super hot, like over 80 degrees or maybe even a little hotter than that, it doesn't want to work. That's out of the picture. Also, I don't think I mentioned, I do have an eBay traction bar. I can sort of see it now. So for the turbo kit, it's actually a makeshift kit. Originally this was a CX Racing turbo kit off my old RSX, which all I did was retrofit it onto the car. All I really did is I ended up changing one of the charge pipes and then remaking a whole new downpipe and then dump tube for the wastegate. But I did end up changing the turbo. The turbo is a Pulsar PSR 3584 AR. It's a little bit bigger than like a 62, 66 that a lot of people run on Hondas. I think this is closer to 68, 67, so a little bit bigger, but the turbo still is pretty responsive with this setup. For the wastegate, I did end up upgrading the wastegate to a V-banded 38 mil. Usually on a setup like this, you probably want to run a bit of a bigger wastegate just to regulate boost pressure a little bit better, but I probably will end up doing that in the future. But for now, I'm just gonna run this setup. I probably will be going to a better flowing manifold, but for this wastegate, it is a Tile 38 V-banded wastegate. The car does also have boost by gear. It's on a max solenoid, so we're able to regulate boost pressure with that. The wastegate is actually only has a 6-pound spring in it, but at full boost, this car is at 18 pounds. With the 4-port boost controller, it's able to multiply it by 3. At least that's what I was told by Alex at Humble. And probably not in the near future, but in the future, probably gonna put a bigger spring in it so we can make a little bit more power. But that's really about it for that. For the cooling setup, I actually just recently got this. I say recently, it was probably around a year or so ago. I got this 4-core radiator from eBay, and honestly with this radiator, I got this radiator when the car was still NA, and it helped the car a lot with cooling. With the 2-core that was in it, it would overheat a good amount. I'm probably going to end up cutting up this radiator support, or end up buying a whole different one and cutting that one up, just because the radiator doesn't sit how I want it to sit. It sits really high, and I want it to sit a little bit lower, and possibly add a bigger fan just for better cooling. I think that's really it for the setup that's on the car. It's a pretty basic setup. Really, my whole mindset with this car was to try to stay as budget as possible. Originally, it was to just get a case swap in the car and just enjoy it like that, but I've had the car for so long that I wanted to do some changes to it, and I'm not sure if I'm happy with the changes. If I'm being honest, the car was a bit funner to drive when it was NA. It didn't have as much issues, but I think we're just gonna power through it, and I guess we can go ahead and go into the future plans. So for the future plans of this car, as for the near future, I am wanting to go all-wheel drive. I'm actually already talking to a guy that makes an all-wheel drive kit. I'm not going with a bigger company like S1 or Hub City or FCS. I did consider going with them at first, but I wanted to stay sort of true to the car and stay on the budget side. Probably sometime in the future, I'll probably revamp the car. For now, I want to stay budget just because I'm broke. Yeah. With the all-wheel drive stuff, I want to stay as budget as possible. I don't want to spend too much or spend out of my means. I'm gonna be getting a custom kit. I guess you could say a custom kit because he's building it, but I'm gonna be getting that, and then we're gonna be going on the more budget friendly side, which would be using CRV element stuff. And just so it can hold the power, I'm not going to be going with the CRV or element drive shaft. I do want to go with the Freelander setup. I'm probably going to be going with the S1 stage 2 driveline, just because that seems like to be the best bang for your buck. But as for the new feature, that's really my plans with the car. As for long term, I do want to do a built engine in the car. I want to pull this engine out just because my girlfriend and I actually purchased this motor together, and I really don't want to blow it up. It means a lot to me. I really want to do probably a better turbo setup. Not necessarily one that will hold more power, but one that will be very consistent, I guess. I don't know. But I want to do that. I have seen some people starting to do a electric AC setup in their cars, and I am possibly thinking about doing that in this car. Just because I have so many issues with the AC setup in this car. I don't know why. Maybe I just need to take it to someone. But that's really it. I also want to get the car repainted. I know I got this car, if you guys have been watching for a while, I've shown pictures. I'll throw up a picture of when I first got it. It was just primered black. I don't know if it was even primer actually, but the car was black and like sanded everywhere, and it didn't look the best. But the paint is honestly not bad. What really bothers me on the car is all the dents that the car has. So I really want to restore the car, and I also want to get the engine bay painted. So probably whenever I do a built motor, we'll probably just pull out everything and spray the bay, and probably get the whole car resprayed as well. But that won't be for a long time down the line, and honestly probably make the interior nicer. But that's really about it. I just want to make the car nice. I really do enjoy this car. I love this car a lot. Hopefully you guys stay tuned. Let me know what you guys would do if you had this car, or what you think I should do with it. I think my vision for it is pretty set. If you guys are doing a K-swap on your own, let me know. I can try to help guide you if you guys run into any issues. I haven't necessarily done multiple K-swaps, but I've helped a lot of people with their K-swaps. I did do my K-swap pretty early on, so I've ran into a lot of issues. I had to do a good amount of research on my own, and yeah. Hope you guys have a good one. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys all for watching. Like I've said in the past videos, we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and hopefully we can achieve that here soon. And I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.